Movies on My Mind has three things to know about it. It's an exclusive series with now over 190 episodes. So if you want to snoop the whole series, you go there on Fourth Wall, which is developed by your favorite creators. If you want to get ahead of the curve while it's catching up to that, go over the Patreon right there. And if you want to stay right here, there's 42 public episodes rolling forward through time. Hit the like button, and here's the episode you clicked for. All right, so today is another unboxing from Jay and Silent Bob Deliver as part of the golden caps that I'm putting on credit cards. And I never noticed that little crinkle shake. I've been waiting to open this up for this, and I don't know what's supposed to be inside because I don't check the Discord room or the emails if they do say, wait. Oh no, this is from my move. Where's the box? Where's the box? I'm going to use this. This was hilarious, but I'm going to find the actual box that I'm unboxing. I've been looking for about half an hour, and through all that, I even put some stuff away, more organizing to find it. I'll find it, but to the point where I put some scales, some weight scales that I had in the bathroom, and I considered putting one up high. Decided not to do that, put it under the sink, and I literally did one of those things where the cabinet is open and you go and hit your head right on my scar when I almost died, and that hurt. So I'm just jumping and pivoting and using this now, which was going to be the next one, which is from Mondo, as you can see. Ironic timing, because last night I rewatched The Kingsman and Kingsman 2 yesterday. Kingsman 2 first. Got this within arm's reach. But I mentioned Kingsman 2 because Eddie Hamilton, the editor of the Mission Impossible movies since at least Rogue Nation, if not Ghost Protocol, who also edited Kingsman 2. And today I have been listening to the Light the Fuse podcast. This is part 2 of Eddie Hamilton's interview. But I'm preparing for Kingsman Dead or Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning. Wow, this hit me harder than I thought. Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 coming out on Blu-ray. It's out on digital. I'm just resisting buying it because I've already got the Steelbook coming with a digital copy. But great timing. Now I understand why Mondo sent out the Dead Reckoning Part 1 vinyl around this time. But there's more than just that in here. So let's cut this open. This will probably be my last, expensive thing I'll be getting for a while. It wasn't expensive, it was all on sale, but total it was like $200. Besides doing the That Kevin Smith Club to lock in movie fights every month, doing that just for a year, to All or Nothing It for my crew, not my entourage, but the people in the Discord who have been patiently waiting for movie fights to happen. But let's see what this is like together. By the way, I'm going to be putting out my record player as well. Got to get some Bluetooth speakers, but finally setting that up just in time for these. But the first one, Mission Impossible Fallout vinyl from Mondo. I should open these. Yeah, I'm going to be listening to them anyway. We should see what they look like inside. I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous of opening these because I've already kind of bent. Corner's a little bent. My Clerks 3 one in the move, fortunately, and I really don't like doing that, even with books. Come on. All right, I'm putting this on silent. And Don't like doing that with books, which is ironic because back in the day, my grandmother would give me Hardy Boys books without covers because the job or the bookstore she had worked at, when you have to return books, they don't, that haven't sold, the publishers don't want to pay for the shipping back, but they'll refund the stores as like a sign of good faith or whatnot. And in order to not pay for the full shipping of a book back, they'll just ask for the cover. So she would give me these book covers. Music composed by Lauren Balfe. After this Eddie Hamilton part 2, the next one I'm listening to is Lauren Balfe. For Dead Reckoning part 1. I'm so paranoid. But I would read those and I would bend the pages back. Like just wrap it around as if it was... I'm so paranoid. Thing is, they've got a paper that's just going to slip everywhere. It's not going to stay in place, so I guess I shouldn't be so paranoid. But it would be permanently in like a fan shape instead of like this, instead of a book shape. But at a certain point, I tried reading books to the point of not even bending the spine on paperbacks at all. And even though I don't read fiction much anymore, I feel like watching Book Talk. Not Book Talk, BookTube. Book Talk, I've never tried, so I don't know what to say. And it's interesting finding out that there are certain books, that's a bummer, that's a little bit. There are certain books where like you can't bend the spine. They actually make it. Oh, the thrill. The thrill I had just seeing this. I'm such a fucking nerd. Gorgeous. What a great idea. Just nothing in there but that beautiful shot. It's just listening to Eddie Hamilton in part 2. Just, I respect how open he was, just being disappointed that they were on digital. They did a little bit in Fallout. This shot was digital, those shots. Those IMAX shots at the end were all digital. How do you get this out of here? But because of COVID protocol and certain stuff like the Fiat chase, they had to use digital cameras. How do you... Okay, now it's coming. And there's a paper. It's like this is the closest I'll be to being in a Mission Impossible film or in a bomb diffusion scenario where I'm just so tense. Internal investigation, John Lark, Bond 156. Are the numbers which like number of these? Anyway, Lauren Balfe would like to thank Christopher McQuarrie, Tom Cruise, Jake Meyer. I'm gonna put all these because there's a note at the bottom. I don't want to just be reading the names. You see it? It's a little out of focus. All right, I'll read them. I'd like to thank Christopher McQuarrie, Tom Cruise, Jake Meyer, Susan Novick, Kim Seininger, Randy Spendlove. That's an awesome last name. Cecile Turnisak, Jake Kozarek, Jeff Foster, but Geoff, Steve Lipson, Steve Kofsky, Hans Zimmer, Queenie Lee, or Li, Max Arouge, Stephen Thun, Shane Rutherford Jones, Allison Burton, Daryl Alexander, Christopher, Gutch, the La La Land Records team, David and Ava Balfe, Nina, Rufus, and Marnie Balfe. All right, I'm not going to do that again just because I'm so paranoid holding it. I'm just going to do that for the part that looks like it's written by him. Each installment of Mission Impossible has a new director. I returned to the franchise determined to maintain the spirit of this tradition by making a more... Oh, this must be from Christopher McQuarrie. It is. By making a more emotional film than the last, focusing on Ethan Hunt's inner life and dramatizing his deepest fears and regrets. I saw Lauren Balfe's music as a bridge between classic and modern styles, representing a departure for both the franchise and me as a director. Lauren generated an enormous volume of original music before shooting even started. His take on Lalo Schifrin's iconic theme was darker, more aggressive and ominous, accented by a staccato synthesizer that seems to foreshadow the film's climactic. Maybe that earlier Christopher typo wasn't, or was a typo, because it says climatic. Instead of climactic helicopter sequence. The Exchange was used to score the first sequence editor Eddie Hamilton assembled and would remain relatively unchanged. Another early piece was quite moving, but had no imaginable place in the film I envisioned. It became the last resort, giving resonance to the emotional crescendo I sought and had yet to realize. All the while, Lorne sent snippets of his mystery project, a symphony of bongos, for what possible use Eddie and I could only imagine. We found out soon enough. The score's backbone, however, is We Are Never Free. Sent by Lorne as an afterthought, it worked with action and drama alike, coming to represent Ethan's fears and regrets, yet adding a simple piano transformed it into an emotional catharsis imbued with a sense of peace. The impact of Lorne's music on the emotional resonance of the film cannot be underestimated. My apologies. It tells the story as much as the writing and directing. It's as vital as the actors' performances and the light they reflect through the camera's lens. The very best film scores have a life outside the films themselves. This is one of them. Enjoy. Christopher McQuarrie, London, August 2018. Date 7/27/2018. So nervous. I'm sure there's pictures online, but I don't remember any of the designs. How do I get this out of here without bending this beautiful black, without smudging the vinyl? Ah! Okay, I think I've figured it out. Still a balancing act. I'm going to use my chisel. Oh, look at that. Beautiful purpley goodness. I'm going to ask my roommate Richard if he's got some spare Bluetooth speakers, because that is gorgeous. I just want to listen to it. I want to listen to all the bongos. Ah! Now, how do I get it back in? It's like, oh, that's cool. There's like a soft texture I haven't seen before. I'm new to all this vinyl stuff. There's a second part in here. I should not be leaning it on there. Yep. Saw that coming. Alright, doing this. I'm just going to put this back in. To this first half before getting to the second half. Bum, bum. Bum, bum. Smooth it out. Smooth it out. Oh. Praising, but it's so tight. What did I just drop? Not this. I know that. Okay. I dropped the iPhone 15 Plus box that it came in. No biggie, because my phone is out. Right. This might prove more difficult, because it's so flimsy. No? Smooth. Bum, bum. Bum, bum. Oh, this is coming from the top. Ooh. Not purple. I would have expected some continuity. I'm using pressure down here. Keep that balance. A little brown, a little purple, but not as vibrant. Nothing wrong with that. All right, let's do this again to get it back in. Smooth. Come on, baby. Okay, first down. Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. Ooh! I forgot about one of these. Glass onion. Did I get a... Alright. Wait on this one. Glass onion. I did not get a Knives Out. Okay. Forgot that I got a glass onion. This too can wait. I didn't get a Rogue Nation? Let's see what my order was, just so I can be clear, because there's probably some stuff that was sold out. When I got it. So Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. That's part of this. Volume 1. Oh, Mission Impossible 2 Ghost Protocol Volume 1 slipcase. Glass Onion. Mission Impossible Fallout. Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. Got it. Okay. And let me just... Why would I do that? Menu. Okay. Let's see. Knives Out. Sold out. No, that's a poster. Okay, so there was a Knives Out. Why did I... Rogue Nation. Mission Impossible. Did I mean to... No, there's... Okay, there's literally Mission Impossible 3, Mission Impossible the original, Mission Impossible 2, Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol, Mission Impossible 2 Ghost Protocol, which is on sale, Fallout, Dead Reckoning Part 1 pre-order, which I already have. Okay. Why would I get the Glass Onion and not the Knives Out? Interesting. Interesting. Oh well. Okay. Maybe... I don't know. What a pickle. Let me see if there ever was a Rogue Nation. Mission Impossible Rogue Nation Mondo Vinyl. Mond. That's where it stopped. Mondo Vinyl. Seems there was not. Okay. Sorry for that distraction during, but let's keep going. Alright, so this might just be for a whole other time. Man, my hair is crazy. Let's see. Oh, it's already partially opened. How helpful. Volume 1. I think one of these was $35 for one, and this was $50, so I could take the plunge. Okay. Michael Giacchino did 3 and 4. Hans Zimmer did 2. Danny Elfman did 1. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. Here's the back. What the what? What? Holy shit. It's even bent. 'Cause there's only a Ghost Protocol in it. I am so glad I'm filming, 'cause that is unbelievable. I'll clip this and send it to them as evidence. That's weird. That is so strange. Okay. Wow, that threw me for a loop. Alright, we're already going 22 minutes, so I'm gonna save this for sequel movies on my mind and do the Glass Onion another time. Let me do this Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. Wow, somebody heisted 3 of the... Okay. Wow. That's just fascinating. No hard feelings, but that's just funny. The Mondo team helped me out changing my address since I was moving, so I have no doubt that they'll take care of that. Last time when I was just Googling, it didn't look like the $50 one was sold out. Let me see. Just so I can set my expectations for myself. Alright. Let's get to search results. Let's see. Mission Impossible. Oh, wait, what? Nation, Mission Impossible. Yeah, they still, Mission Impossible 2 Ghost Protocol. There was nothing wrong with it. this version of Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol comes with a limited edition Volume 1 slipcase to house your vinyl copies of the first 4 Mission Impossible film soundtracks previously released. I misunderstood the... And there's a note. There's a note at the bottom. This box set only comes with Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. All previous titles sold separately. I wouldn't... It's $15 for a box. I wouldn't have gotten it if I had just fucking paid attention. They're all sold out anyway. 1, 2, and 3. Why would I not see that? Damn. What? I didn't go all the way down to the note. I just went to that first part that I read and thought it was housing all of them. I thought it was a great deal. It's fine. I would have done Fallout, Dead Reckoning, Knives Out, Glass Onion instead. Oh well. Almost bent that. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Baby, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. It's gonna end up being a Ghost Protocol, Fallout, Dead Reckoning Part 1 and 2 slipcover. Gorgeous. In the meantime, it'll have Glass Onion in there. Oh, this is more of a book. Operation The Entity. Mond 157. What does the other one say? I'm not gonna. Well, let's see. Let us see what it said. What did it say? John Lark. Mond 156. So 156, 157, they're keeping continuity with the franchise. I wonder how that numbering works. Obviously, this is the 6th one. Is it the 15th franchise they started? And this is the 7th movie. Oh. Let's see what's in here. Date 7/12/23. A note from the director. And this is what it says. Or this is what it looks like. I'm going to read it. It's all credits to the choir and such. Trumpets, double basses, all. That's nice. All right. A note from the director. My career in film began as a writer, and as such, I gave great prominence to the spoken word. In time, I came to understand that the essence of filmmaking is quite simply the turning of information into emotion, and that words, upon which I had placed so much importance, tend to get in the way. I no longer rely on dialogue to tell the story. Rather, the dialogue is there in the event you happen to be listening. The language I rely on most for conveying story and emotion now, beyond the frame itself, is music. This is easier said than done. Thematic, melodic score of the old school is not exactly in vogue. Such a score that has also been specifically integrated into the fabric of the story, moment by moment, impulse by emotional impulse, is rare still. Done right, a film with such a score works as much without dialogue as it does with. Ideally, it is music you can listen to on its own. Lauren Belf's score for Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1 is one of those. From the film's outset, I abandoned most of my trusted tools as a filmmaker, and I urge Lauren to do the same as a composer. The result is something completely unique in his resume. At times hauntingly nostalgic, then aggressively contemporary, and always with an emphasis on classical orchestral instrumentation. What you're about to listen to represents 3 years of trial and error, bold experimentation, and exhaustive attention to the smallest emotional detail. It also represents the first time editor Eddie Hamilton and I found ourselves cutting sequences to the music instead of the other way around. It is, quite simply, the kind of score they just don't make anymore. And yet, Lauren Belf did. I hope you enjoy. Christopher McQuarrie, June 2023. That's nice. When I feel foolish, but it's fading fast, and I won't even remember it so much in a year. And here is... Woo! That's a... I'm a fucking idiot. Oh, it's like plastic. Alright. It's all good. I am a fucking idiot. I need just need a minute. I'm just gonna own it. I fucking scuffed it. I scratched it right on this. I hope it still plays. Oh, fucking... Side A. It'll play, it just might be a little fucked around that scratch because I fucking. Well, now I know I can just hold it like this. I was holding it too gently, ironically, too reverently that I damaged it. Man, that fucking box really, my mistake on that really just threw me, man. I don't know. There, it's safe. I'm just mad at myself. I need to find out if it plays fine. Alright, I said there's no Bluetooth speakers, so I gotta use the headphones to find out if this plays. This is an automatic player, but it was recommended by a site that specializes in sound. I'm not smart enough, cultured enough to, or have the money to do a full player. Like a real 101. It's finding the music, okay. All right. It's fine. I scratched it like an idiot, but it's playing fine. Okay. Okay, that makes me feel a little better. I was still angry at myself, but scratching it. Second one. Move is on my mind.
I'm living in a movie, there's a scene you gotta jump. I got my people at the viewing who all knew me selling tickets. Yeah, they talking about the beauty. I see Scorsese outside saying this isn't cinema. Free man, I ain't doing shit tomorrow, I don't need plans. I'll be kicking it till April off for $3 grand. I don't even need the money, I just need fans. I just need fans.